Netflix and Spill is a part of the Brett Mason Media Network online at brettmasonmedia.com.
I am Brett Mason, and here we go with another edition of Netflix and Spill, where we watch Netflix and spill all the good stuff that we learn while we're watching and wasting time and burning up bandwidth. A couple of things to talk about. One is a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed watching over the weekend that I actually was kind of surprised by, I'll just be honest with you. And the other is a TV series that I was turned on to by my friend Jamie Thomas, who said season 2's coming out, and I'm like, I haven't even seen season 1 yet. So we all need to get cracking on that. It's an excellent series, and it debuts this Friday, the 27th, which is something we probably all might want to get a little happy about, I'm just saying. So let's jump right into it. First, we're going to talk about a show that came out, I think, in 2014. If it was promoted, I don't remember it. Maybe it was a big movie. I don't know. It all kind of seems like news to me. It's called Nightcrawler. It's kind of has this feel of a campy B horror movie that they didn't have a lot of budget for. But they had a pretty big star in it. Jake Gyllenhaal, if you're familiar with him, he was the starring character. And he's this weird, creepy guy who's kind of a crook and a criminal and a loner and does things like, you know, steal aluminum and copper tubing and selling it on the black market to make money. It's not really a horror movie, but it's a, here's how things can go horribly wrong when you're a loner kind of movie. Here's the trailer. Check it out and we'll talk about it.
I'm starting a TV news business.
You, get back!
I film breaking stories. Maybe you saw my item this morning, you were fatal carjacking.
No, I mean, I don't have a TV.
Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Does it have GPS?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're hired.
Okay.
Repeat the police. I will never ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself.
You gotta call the cops.
And we will, at the right time.
But I don't know what to.
We're gonna find the person that drove that car. Start filming.
I'm Detective Fanieri. I think you withheld information.
That would be a very unprofessional thing for me to do.
It would be murder.
I want what you promised me. I want something people can't turn away from.
911, what's your emergency?
We want all of this.
Oh my God!
To change the world.
I think Lou is inspiring all of us to reach a little higher.
So the gist of it is, this character played by Jake Gyllenhaal is just went and sold some illegal copper. He's bebopping down the highway, he sees an accident, and these freelance photojournalists swoop in and take videos, and he's just fascinated by all of it, and of course immediately decides that's the business he should be in. He goes and buys some cheap camera from a pawn shop, and suddenly he's in business. But you know, when you're gonna stalk accidents late at night, murder scenes and things like that, you really do have an advantage over other photojournalists if you're a loner and kind of creepy, because there's really no lines you won't cross to get the perfect footage. And that's what begins to happen in this movie, and it just gets weird. You know those movies where you have kind of long plotting, you know, nothing really happens, but it's just this plotting uneasiness thing? That's kind of the vibe this movie has as it builds and works its way towards the conclusion. There's a bit of a twist at the end. I'll say this, the end is just sad and unfortunate and creepy. But it's a movie you might like. You know, if movies where there's a creepy loner guy doing horrible, stupid stuff is for you, you'll enjoy this movie. And I'm not sure exactly what that says about me. It's on Netflix. Check it out. You may like it, you may not like it. Now on to the TV series that I have to catch up on. I'm going to be honest, I watched one episode, kind of hooked. Got to get through season 1 because season 2 debuts coming up this end of this week. May the 27th, I believe Friday is the day that Netflix will unveil season 2 of Bloodline, which is something I haven't watched until recently. Hats off to my buddy Jamie Thomas who turned me on to that. So it's kind of a dark family drama thing. Actually, I think calling it a dark family drama probably does a disservice to dark family dramas. It's kind of weird. Nevertheless, check out the trailer and for season 2, and then we'll talk about it.
Damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Right, baby brother. Do you think you made the right choice?
I don't know, Danny. I'd ask you. But you're gone.
A man decides after 70 years.
We're always gonna be dealing with this.
I thought I was ready to let this go.
The answer is not always what you want it to be.
What do you want?
You're gonna do something for me. Hey, John. I'd like you to meet my friends.
Look, I know shit went down that you haven't told me about.
You need to decide who you're loyal to.
I made things right.
I promise you did not.
You really think you can control everything, don't you? You're just gonna explain it away. When's it gonna end, John?
So, that kind of sums up what you will be in for. I'll say this, you got a week to catch up on season 1. So I'll be doing that as well. So we'll be doing that together. I can tell you from what I know about it and what I've seen, who will probably like this TV series. If you like, let's say you like True Detective, if you like that HBO series, if you like House of Cards on Netflix, you're probably going to really love this. It has that kind of vibe to it. Cast members, Ben Mendelsohn is just genius from what I've seen. He plays Danny Rayburn in the show. Now, John Rayburn is played by Kyle Chandler. If you're wondering who Kyle Chandler is, he was the guy that played opposite Connie Britton on Friday Night Lights. Now, she's the woman from Nashville. She plays, what's her name? She's the older star, country star. So it was her and him. He was the guy in that show. And if you go way back to like 96, you might remember him from a CBS television series that my grandma loved. Anytime you'd go to my grandma's house on the night this show was on, she'd be watching it. And it was kind of pretty good. It was a good premise. It's called Early Edition. It starred Kyle Chandler in it. And it was about a guy who had a creepy cat every morning, or he assumed it was the cat. I'm not sure if we ever figured out if it was the cat or not. The cat was always there. But tomorrow's newspaper would show up at his door today. And so he would spend the entire episode trying to stop some horrible evil that was going to happen tomorrow that he read about in the newspaper. Nevertheless, you'll probably recognize him. From what I can tell, he does a pretty good job in this TV series, or the series rather, that's on Netflix. And if you want to get caught up so you be ready for season 2 when it debuts this Friday the 27th, you got all week. You got all week to get going, so it's time for some Netflix binging. Bloodline and Nightcrawler are my 2 recommendations for Netflix and Spill this week. Please comment in the comments below if there's something you think I should be watching on Netflix, or if you have comments about either one of these, the series or the movie. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to private message me on Facebook at Brett Mason Media and let me know something we should be talking about, I would love for you to do that. Please like, upvote, subscribe, share on your social media, and help us spread the word about this channel as we have fun talking about Netflix and all things streaming media, including Hulu Plus as well as Amazon Prime. If it's streaming media, we will talk about it. See you on next week's show. Thanks a bunch.
Netflix and Spill is a part of the Brett Mason Media Network online at brettmasonmedia.com.